Hello again. I've been looking at some of the things happening in this country over the last few days, and they seriously make me feel like just pumping 9 grams of lead into my ear. This summer, 70 events are being run for Drag Queen Reading Hour. These will be sessions held in schools and children's libraries in which men dressed as grotesquely sexualised women, offensive characters of women, one might say, will read to children under the age of 11. The purpose of this is to inspire a love of reading while teaching deeper lessons on diversity, self-love and an appreciation of others. At least according to the handouts produced by the men running this scheme. Is it not possible to inspire a love of reading these days without transvestites being involved? The first sessions begin in Reading libraries on July the 25th and they are promised to promote inclusivity. They will also teach children how weird men perceive women rather than how women see themselves. Just as with the transsexual business, this is about men hijacking femininity and pushing their own strange idea of what makes a woman a woman. Can't we let women tell us about this kind of thing rather than getting men to do it? Wasn't that rather the whole point of feminism? Of course, the BBC would sooner hear what men have to say about women's sport rather than women themselves. That's only to be expected. Last month, there was an interview on the wireless with a former martial arts fighter called Fallon Fox. This is a sex change case, a former man who enjoyed fighting women. It was somebody who boasted about hating feminists in 2020 and said of TERFs, that is an acronym for trans-exclusionary radical feminists, what most of us think of as ordinary feminists in fact. I knocked 2 out. One woman's skull was fractured. I love smacking up TERFs. It's bliss. Who would ever have imagined that Britain's National Broadcasting Service would be broadcasting an interview with a man who boasted of fracturing a woman's skull? I'm sure that we generally frown upon that sort of violence these days, don't we? Men fracturing women's skull? Or maybe I'm out of touch. Meanwhile, the Northern School of Contemporary Dance has dropped ballet from its auditions on the grounds that it is built around a particularly white European idea and is exclusionary, because not all parents can afford to send their children to ballet classes. Oh, and ballet still distinguishes between men and women, so it's transphobic as well. Finally, several trade unions in Britain are calling for employees not to have to go to work if the temperature rises above 25 centigrade, which is about 77 Fahrenheit. That is the heat on a warm summer's day. Many schools are closing tomorrow because the weather forecast is for sun. We're used to schools closing when it snows. Staff and pupils refer to snow days routinely as though there's something like bank holidays. It's accepted that schools close if it snows. But now it seems that sunny days too will mean the closure of schools. I might sound like a moany old man. Indeed, I almost certainly do. But I can't help noticing that a lot of people in this country seem to have got out of the habit of going to work day in, day out for years at a time. Last year, many people were given a lot of time off work because of the COVID virus. And now it seems that they want a day off so that they can sunbathe as well. I wonder if anybody is thinking about the effect on the economy if we all get too much into the habit of closing everything down during epidemics or hot weather or cold weather. I'm no expert, but I can't help thinking that this is not going to do wonders for either children's education or the productivity of the nation as a whole. In the description to this video, as usual, I give links to these news items.